this best-of-7 series goes to overtime.
The Kings score! They score! Jordan Staal wins it in overtime, and the Canes take game number 1.
A big moment here in Brooklyn. Peter Mrazek in frustration, injured.
Curtis McElhinney will come in now. What a save! Curtis McElhinney!
The Carolina Hurricanes lead 2 games to none.
Should be a great environment for game number 3.
The Carolina building is very loud, and the fans are eager to have their team back.
They score, and the captain puts the Canes out in front.
The Carolina Hurricanes have a commanding 3 games to none lead. Can this team match the level of desperation from the New York Islanders and advance to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since 2009?
Andrei Svechnikov blisters one past Thomas Greiss, and the Hurricanes go up 5-1.
For the first time since 2009, the Carolina Hurricanes are on their way to the Eastern Conference Final.
Holy smokes, goosebump stuff for that team. And how do they build off of it? Well, this is the offseason that the Canes put together. June 27, they acquired Eric Haula from the Golden Knights. First part of that important Vegas team that was so good its first 2 seasons. Then James Reimer acquired June 30th from the Panthers for Scott Darling. July 1, they re-signed Peter Mrazek. What a job he did in net until he was hurt. Next, July 7th, Sebastian Aho drew attention from north of the border. The offer sheet matched without any hesitation by the Canes. July 12th, they signed UFA Ryan Dzingel, looking to bolster the team that made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Final before being swept by Boston. Jake Gardner, formerly of the Toronto Maple Leafs, a UFA. September 6th, he signs with Carolina. And finally, September 24th, a trade. Joel Edmondson from the Blues with his Stanley Cup ring comes to town in exchange for Justin Falk. This bunch of jerks, this group of underdogs, my goodness. Rupper, you used the word magic to describe what they did. I can't think of a better word. What a story, what a team. How do they follow it up?
That's what makes it so unique for me, is that their story last year was such a unique thing. I don't know if you can replicate it. So it's about, you're not surprising anybody this year. The things that they did really well, they're a fast team. They created chaos. They have a great decor. It's a little bit different this year, some of the adjustments that are made. You don't have the captain and Justin Williams that you had last year. Now that captaincy is to Jordan Staal. There's going to be a little bit of difference in leadership. Then you also have the players that they gained. Haula, Gardner, Dzingel. When you talk about Haula and Dzingel, I really love those moves. So I think they have the potential to be better this year than last year, but let's not forget, last year was magical, and I think that was a huge part about they kind of embraced that bunch of jerks, that we can't underplay. They were kind of us against the world mentality.
Totally. But
they are not, they are on everybody's radar now. They're not going to go unnoticed. So they have done some great things, I believe, to be better on paper, but let's see how that translates on the ice here.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about some of the changes there. Tom Dundon comes in, ruffles a lot of feathers, but the fact of the matter for me is Tom Dundon has done an amazing job.
No doubt.
Him and his management team, Don Waddell back managing again. You can go right on down the list. Rod Brindamore as the head coach. These guys collectively have been amazing.
Yes.
They've been more forward-thinking than almost any other organization in the National Hockey League.
Wow.
And I know they've been chastised for a few things, but hey, we need a first-round pick. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to sell that if you take Patrick Marleau. Sure, Carolina Hurricanes will do that. That never would happen in the past. Ron Francis never had those types of opportunities as the general manager. They do that. Hey, Justin Falk, he wants too much money long-term. I noticed Jake Gardner. He's underpriced. He hasn't been signed. There's a little bit of a kerfuffle with the market this year. Let's get Jake Gardner, who's a top 4D, down at a very economical $4 million. Justin Falk, you're gone. We'll bring in Joel Edmondson, make our D even stronger. Eric Haula, come on in. Hey, not working last year. How about Nino Niederreiter? Yeah, he's a little expensive, but boy, he seems underutilized by the Minnesota Wild. Victor Rask, you're out. Niederreiter's in. I could just keep going on and on and on about the great things that the Carolina Hurricanes have been doing. I've been just super impressed by the changes that have happened there. Never mind the business ones, Rupper, the jerks, the whole approach.
Storm surge.
I will say this, though. This is the part that gets me. I can't wait to see them on the ice. They're an intriguing team to watch, but this team, for me, can be one of the top 3 teams in the Metro, or they can be out of the playoffs. I have no idea what's going to be. I know they're going to be exciting. I think they have the potential to certainly be in there, and what they did last year was not an anomaly. I expect them to be able to do that again, but we don't know. There's a lot of ifs with this hockey club, but they're going to be fun to watch, and they're free to make moves, and they kind of go against the grain. I like that.
Oh, yeah. They're thinking outside the box.